Tracy from Esther 414 Ministries with something to think about. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. It reads like this. The godly may trip 7 times, but they will get up again. But one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. I'm going to tell you a little known secret about me, okay? You might find it very hard to believe, but it's going to be true, okay? I have been known to be a little clumsy, okay? You might even call me a klutz, all right? I have been so clumsy throughout my life that I have mastered the art of stumbling, okay? You know, I'll be walking along and I can trip myself without having something there to trip yourself. So, because I'm quite the klutz, okay, and I've tripped so many times, I've gotten pretty good at mastering it, where if I'm walking like that, I just keep on walking and like nothing ever happened, you know, okay? Everything's cool. I'm all right. So how do I tie that into the verse with me stumbling? Well, it's the righteous. They stumble, they fall, they trip up 7 times, but they keep on getting up. They don't stay down for the count, right? No, they get up again and they move forward. And then now there might be times in their lives when something horrible really has got them down. But what do? They get back up. And like when I'm tripping or falling, sometimes I've fallen really hard and it's taken me down for a while. And I need some help getting back up, or I need some bed rest, or whatever. I had to go to the hospital for something, whatever it might be. But I get back up. Even though I needed help, I still got back up and I moved forward. In our lives, when those big things happen to us, when we need help, what do? We cry out to God. We say, Lord, I can't get through this. There's no way I can make it past the next day on this. And the Lord, He reaches out to us and He's there to help us. He's there to pick us back up, to help us to get on that path to move forward again. So, back to our verse today. Why does it say, for though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again? Why does it say 1,000 times? I mean, I know I've fallen more than 7 times in 1 week before, let alone my whole lifetime. Honestly, why do you think God said that? Well, 7 in the Bible, it means perfection and completion. It's talking about perfecting us into the image of His Son, Jesus. So when you fall, God is there. He's got His hand out there ready to catch you and to help you. But He's going to use these things in our lives to perfect us, to complete us, to mold us into that image of His Son, Jesus. Like Romans 8:28, God uses all things together for good for those who love the Lord. He's going to work that together for good in your life, completing in you those things that He wants to complete. Not those things that we think He should complete, but the things that the Lord knows that He needs to complete in our lives. And let me tell you what, guys, there are times when we don't want to get back up and we're just like, I can't get through this. But you know what? Sometimes we don't want to learn something. And that's the problem. That's when we end up going around a mountain a few more times. See, God is so interested in conforming us to the image of His Son, Jesus, that He will use those things in our lives, those falls, those mistakes, those terrible things that come along in our lives that do trip us up, to get us where we need to be. God will use those hardships in our lives to teach us while always loving us. Let me ask you a question. Have you fallen more than 7 times? Oh, I can tell you, I know I have at least 7 times, maybe in 1 week, not in a lifetime. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but every time I fall, every time I crash and burn, every time there's a mishap, every time there's something horrible in my life, God is there with His hand outstretched for me. I'll cry out to Him. I'll say, Lord, please help me. I can't get out of this. I don't know what to do. I don't want to get up. And the Lord is there. He's got His hand out. He reaches out to me. He pulls me up. He comforts me. But He also teaches me what it is that I needed to learn to perfect me, to complete me into that image of Jesus. That's what He wants to get all of us to. He wants to conform each and every one of us into that image of His Son. So when we do fall, we do get back up. He wants us to get back, to move forward, to complete that race that He has set up for each one of us. Realize this, guys. God is for you. He's not against you. So when things come along in our lives, realize God is going to use each and every situation in our lives to help us, to perfect us, and to complete us. Remember, God wants to complete us in Him. I hope this has helped you out, guys. This has been Tracy with something to think about from Esther 414 Ministries.